Your favorite fat boys.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jerron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. Mr. Wrong About Everything, a.k.a. Your Opinion is Invalid.
Huh. Didn't see those two coming.
That's a shout out to my cousin who had quite a few choice words about my review of Spider-Man Far From Home and for my lack of liking Lil Wayne in our hit list.
Ha! Told you Lil Wayne should have been on the list.
That was your fault he wasn't on that list.
Well, I mean, when we did that secondary thing, we do maybe another list. So, but what he said, speaking of Spider-Man, we're going to talk about all the recent Spider-Man news because Marvel and Sony were acting like little, I won't say acting like little girls. They could not come to an agreement. So therefore, the very, very popular, the very beloved
MCU version.
MCU version of Spider-Man will no longer be in the MCU. And so what did he say about the Spider-Man review we gave?
Well, he did not like Spider-Man Far From Home, so he thought we were fucking stupid.
Well, Joseph, I got choice words for you.
So he thought that our opinion on that movie was fucking stupid.
If you didn't like Spider-Man Far From Home, I don't see. You had to bring a good case to me as to why it was not a good movie.
Well, he didn't have a good case for me when I was down in Georgia talking to him about it over the past week.
Far From Home was a good movie, and we gave our review about it already. Check out the podcast if you don't remember it. It was a good movie, though. It was good enough to make a damn $1 billion. Yeah.
Well, you can't really say that.
That can't be the gauge.
Because Transformers makes, had consistently made like over $1 billion, and after the first movie, those movies sucked.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. So, Spider-Man still is a good movie.
Yeah. So screw what you think, Joseph.
But I was definitely hurt seeing the news that they couldn't come to agreement to extend his contract to keep him in the MCU. So now he's going to be in their Spider-Sony-verse. And
yeah, I mean, unless they come back to the table. But as the Sony exec said, the door is closed at this moment.
Yeah, so they're not negotiating, going back for negotiations, because apparently the rumor was that they asked for 50, Sony said no, but then it came out that Disney said they only want 25, and Sony still said no, they want to keep it at the 5%.
Yeah, and it's not even 5%. It's 5% of first day sales.
Right. So that's just the first day of the movie opening, not weekend sales, right?
Yeah.
Just the first day sales. So that's a very low ball amount. When I don't know how much Homecoming made. I think it might have made 700 or 800.
No, yeah, it made almost 900 million.
Oh, okay. So it was up there, and you only getting like this much of the pie, and then Homecoming did $1 billion. Far From Home did $1 billion, and
which became Sony's highest grossing movie ever. Not even just their highest grossing Spider-Man movie, their highest grossing movie ever.
Right. So I would love to see them continue keep him in the MCU because they have plans to have him in the next 2 Avenger movies. He had a third movie coming up.
So, right, which I thought that the deal, I knew the deal was going to fall apart. But I figured that they had one more movie in before the deal fell apart.
Yeah,
but apparently they did not.
Yeah, because apparently the director, is it John Watts?
Yeah, John Watts.
Yeah, John Watts. He's not tied to do the third one.
Yeah, he's not attached.
And so, but I'm hopeful that if he's attached to the third one, maybe they might work something out, or it might just have that same feel to it. Something that, because he directed 2 really good ones.
Yeah, he did.
And then there's only reason for not coming back to the drawing board was that with the addition of the new properties that Marvel has acquired now.
Yeah, they saying that Kevin Feige doesn't have the time.
Yeah, he's too stretched too thin.
Yeah, he doesn't have the time to work with them on another Spider-Man.
Well, you don't know. You don't give him a try.
He said, well, I mean, we know that's bullshit. What happened was Venom did so well. Fuck all of y'all who went and paid money for that movie that it made over $800 million. So they figured, and with Spider-Man doing so well, they still have, Tom Holland is still signed on to be Spider-Man for at least one more movie.
For one more year. And
Venom did so damn well. They just like, we can do this on our own, even though we know how well they do on their own. With the exception of, the first two Sam Raimi movies and Into the Spider-Verse, which still baffles my mind that they put out that shit show Venom, but Into the Spider-Verse was fucking amazing.
Great movie. And it won an award too.
Yeah, best animated picture.
Yeah, so really good movie. Venom, not so much. And so I feel like Sony kind of feeling themselves like, we got this, but it's like when y'all had Amazing Spider-Man,
right? Look at your track record,
and then y'all interfered with Spider-Man 3. That wasn't the best route, because Sam Raimi wanted more time to make Spider-Man 3, and they rushed it.
No, he wanted to do a completely different movie for Spider-Man 3. He was going to do a Spider-Man 4. He wanted more time to do it, so he wanted to make up for what happened with Spider-Man 3. And it was like, you know what? No, screw that. We'll just reboot it.
I would like to see a Spider-Man 4 under his vision, but we won't get a chance to see that, though.
I would have wanted to see Spider-Man 3 under his vision. We didn't get a chance to see that either.
So, unfortunately, it is what it is. Marvel has, the X-Men, they got the Fantastic Four, they got the Eternals coming out. They got a lot of properties coming out, and they're going in a, I won't say a different direction, but they got enough stuff to keep us. Yeah,
they're doing what they did with the first phase, and they're bringing up, these obscure heroes and these D-list heroes, and they bring them to the forefront. Because regardless of what you believe about like Captain America and Iron Man, they were B-list heroes, and the Guardians of the Galaxy were super D-list heroes. Oh yeah. And so Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, they might be well known and even more well known now, but beforehand from the comic book universe, they would C and B-list characters.
Yeah, so
if you're depressed about Spider-Man no longer being in the MCU, Marvel's gonna be all right.
I believe so. I think they have enough good content, and they have the X-Men and Fantastic Four to not replace them in a sense, but to further the story of the MCU.
Right.
So, I'm excited to see these X-Men, because these last 3 movies have been terrible. Fantastic Four especially.
Yeah.
If Tom Holland's going to still be Spider-Man for Venom 2, I don't know if he'll be a Venom 2 or not. How about if he's going to play any kind of role? He might. But his own solo adventure, I would probably go see it, depending on what they do. I think, honestly, y'all should just boycott Venom and Morbius so that they say, okay, we got to put Spider-Man back with the MCU. But
I felt like should have just boycotted all of their Spider-Verse movies. Amazing Spider-Man 2 did so poorly that they completely crushed the idea of them having their separate, Spider-Man universe, and just say, here, we'll go to the drawing table with Disney Marvel.
Right. So, if these movies fail, they'll come back, and then all will be forgiven. So, but I was hoping they had a third movie under Marvel, but the way Spider-Man ended, his identity being revealed,
right?
I guess his arc is played out, and that's kind of how way to write him out of the universe now. So, unless they can't even use him and they can't mention his name at all, right?
Yeah, because he's Sony's property. Yeah, all film rights belong to Sony.
Sad day for all geeks across the world.
Yeah, but MCU will definitely be all right. They were all right up until this point. Spider-Man hasn't even been in their universe for very long.
Nah, since 2016, so good 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know if Sony's going to be all right. Honestly, from my opinion, they haven't made a good Spider-Man movie in how many years now? It's been 8.
Yeah.
Some people like Venom. Those are stupid people. Just go put that out there.
Y'all not good people. Y'all like Venom, but oh well. So I guess in the meantime, till the next Marvel movie comes out, or any good superhero movie come out, what have you watched lately?
Well, recently today, I just went and saw It Chapter 2.
Oh, without me?
You didn't want to see it.
You didn't even ask me though.
You didn't even see the first one.
How you know?
You told me you didn't see the first
I
one.
saw the first 10 minutes of it, and I would have watched the rest of it to go dialysis.
So you didn't have any other time else in the world to watch the first movie?
Must we know about the difference in there?
Oh yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay. You should at least bite me though.
But you didn't. But why would you want to go see the sequel to a movie you haven't seen?
All right, what you see?
That's what I figured.
How was it though? How was it?
Oh, it was actually pretty good. It wasn't as good as the first one, and I kind of figured they wouldn't be able to recapture the essence because the novels that they're based off of, the Stephen King novels, the second half is not as good as the first half. So, but and it was a 3-hour movie. It could have been like 20 minutes shorter.
3 hours?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was almost Avengers Endgame type length right there, like 2 hours and 52 minutes.
Damn.
So it was not a short movie, and apparently the director says he has a cut that's like 4 hours long.
What the fuck?
So he had a lot of story to tell.
That's like
Lord of the Rings type
Return
shit.
the King? Yeah, because I think Return of the King is like 3.5.
Yeah.
And I went in theaters and saw that, and I was like, I will never see another Lord of the Rings anything in the theaters again. That shit was long for no reason. It's a long movie for no reason.
Yeah, but it was a decent movie. Like I said, it wasn't as good as the first but it was definitely a nice close to the previous one.
Okay. I think I've seen Shazam.
So you finally went and saw Shazam?
I saw Shazam. I was not impressed.
I told you. You mean it was a decent enough movie? Like I laughed.
It's okay. It is a okay DC movie, and that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, it's not knocking anybody's socks off.
No, and unfortunately, I had read about the spoilers in the movie, so I read about the Shazam family. So when I saw it, I forgot about it, but I saw it like, oh, but it had no like impact because I had read about it and remembered that I read about it. So,
yeah, I just thought it was wild that they kind of blew their load on the Shazam family in the first movie. I was like, wow, I might have saved that for a sequel.
Well, I guess because they want to bring in Black Adam, but he's not going to be in until, from what Zachary Levi said, it's not going to be in there until the third installment.
Yeah, because he's doing a Black Adam movie. He's supposed to The Rock he's playing Black Adam. He's supposed to get his own movie.
Yeah, so hopefully that comes out soon because I know that man's busy with all these damn Hobbs and Shaws and Fast and Furious.
Right,
Fast and Furious coming out again.
Man, get out of here. I mean, at this point in time in the Fast and Furious saga, they're more superhero than Marvel characters.
They are. Because, I'm about to say Vin Diesel, he seismic stomped on the ground and ruptured the ground.
Yeah, man. I haven't seen a Fast and Furious movie since 4. No, correction, because I've seen 1, 2, 3, and 5, and I was done. I skipped 4 and then I saw 5, and 5 was so goddamn ridiculous with these 2 muscle cars pulling a 20-ton bank vault through the city of Brazil. Get the fuck out of here.
So you look at movies too realistically.
They set in a realistic universe. The Fast and the Furious used to be about fucking car racing and robbing trucks.
Yeah.
And now they fucking secret agents saving the world and none of them can die.
Yeah, that's true. The last one I saw was the one with Paul Walker had passed away.
So what is that, like the 8th one I think it was?
No, that's 7.
Was it 7?
Yeah, because the 8 was called The Fate of the Furious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'd seen a couple scenes here and there, but I was not compelled to really watch that movie. So, but
yeah, and it's surprising because that movie made $1 billion. Well, I know why that movie made $1 billion.
Of course. So, what else I seen? The Shazam. I got there without that.
Like I said, I mean, out of all of the DC movies, that was the only one that I had the most enjoyment with.
You know what though? I would say Wonder Woman was probably a little. To me, Wonder Woman was a little better than Shazam. Maybe.
No, I would take Shazam because it had more lighthearted humor and it had a better third act than Wonder Woman, even though that's not saying much because Shazam's third act wasn't great.
Oh no, the CGI was terrible.
Oh yeah, it definitely was.
So,
but so was the CGI in Wonder Woman when she was fighting Ares.
yeah, that was bad. DC, why you make bad movies?
I'm not even gonna say DC. Warner Brothers, why y'all make bad movies? Because we know that it has to do with y'all.
Speaking of DC, they casted Robert Pattinson as the new Batman.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I don't have a problem with it because if you watch other movies with him in it besides Twilight, he is a decent actor.
That's my problem because I've only seen him in something in Twilight.
And I think that's most people's problem because they only ever know him from the Twilight movies. But if you watch some other movies that he's in, he's a decent actor.
Yeah, I've heard people say that, but I just don't. I have not seen a movie in him other than Twilight when he opened up his chest and he sparkled. And I was done with Twilight overall.
That was because they're terrible books and they're terrible fucking movies. So
yes, but they made a lot of money too. So
yeah, goddamn gothy teenage white girls.
And what else have I seen? I saw Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, I saw Detective Pikachu.
And because of your you like to nitpick
analytical eye is what I call it.
Okay, and because your analytical eye, I'm looking at the movie. I'm like, yo, this CGI is terrible in this scene. The Pokemon look good in that scene,
right? Because a lot of that movie, because I saw it as well. The Pokemon don't fit into the world,
not well at all. And it's different. It fits well in different parts.
Yeah,
all the way through. It's very inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you have tons of different studios working on the CGIs for movies, and so in some scenes, like they look really good and they fit in the world. The interactions are great, and in some scenes, it's like you can tell that they sitting in front of a green screen and there's nobody there.
Yeah, like the scene where the Bulbasaurs come from, like it's like wherever they were coming from, like it was like so many of them on screen. That looked good.
Yeah,
that scene was very well done. But everything else was kind of just Pikachu looked fine, something here and there. Other times you see it was rushed. So, what else have I watched? I guess I get my superhero fix. I've seen Umbrella Academy and The Boys as well.
Yeah, I remember. You had talked about those before, so now you finally watched The Boys all the way through.
All the way through. Very, very impressed.
Yeah. I seen The Boys as well. I've also read a lot of the comics, and like the changes that they made from the comics are definitely welcomed. Mm-hmm. And that dark, twisted Seth Rogen humor, that because he's the executive producer on that show.
On The Boys?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So it is definitely there. And speaking of Seth Rogen, he is also the executive producer of another show that I watch, Preacher, which is really good.
Yeah, her Preacher was good. I didn't know that. I did read that he was executive producer of Preacher as well. I haven't gotten to Preacher though. I need to watch that. I need to watch The Badlands. You watch Walking Dead?
I stopped watching Walking Dead, I think, after like season 7.
I know. Was that's when they killed Glenn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of that season. I was just done. I'm like, okay.
No, I said, I watched after the when they reached up to the mid-season break, I just kind of fell off because of the fact that the story was meandering, which they tend to do. They have way too many episodes per season. So they have just a shit ton of episodes where nothing is happening.
Yeah, it's like 20 episodes, I think, a season.
Yeah.
Or like 16, something like that.
And out of that, they have just so many episodes where nothing is fucking happening.
Look, I feel sorry for Rick. That nigga going through it. That nigga lost his wife.
I mean, well, not anymore.
Oh, yeah, he's off the show now. Yeah. But, like, watched it was harder. It's like he was through a lot. Like, he first of all, his best friend was sleeping with his wife. The baby might not be his.
Yeah, more than likely it's not.
He had to kill his best friend.
Yeah, he did.
His wife died.
She did.
He lost his son.
Yep, he died too.
And he kind of got, well, he didn't get killed off, but he went all in Yonder.
Yeah, I didn't see the episodes where he, just kind of was written out of the show, so I don't know. But yeah, I think he spent that many years on the show because it was time to take a break. Yeah, I mean, the woman who plays Michonne, this is her last season. I think they're on season 10, and she's like, yeah, she's done too. Yeah, they I think I read somewhere maybe a year or two ago they offered Dale and Carol's character like big bucks to stay on. They want to keep that show going, and I think they're going to do another Walking Dead spinoff. Yeah, there's plans to do another spinoff. Yeah, but I don't like shows where like they aren't going to end anytime soon.
Like I'll get into them maybe like the first 2-3 seasons, but then I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like the era of the long running show is over. Because I mean, that's how it was beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you wanted to have a show if it was popular, just on way longer than it needs to be. Like, you know, for fucking Big Bang Theory on for 12 seasons.
No reason at all.
How the fuck that even happened is beyond me.
It didn't be on for 12 seasons. Like How I Met Your Mother was like 11 seasons.
Right. So yeah, but I think that it was starting to, because of Netflix and that binge watching, we're starting to get to the era of the long running seasons just not happening. The long running shows just being over. People want definite ends.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do, I guess like long seasons like past 5, it need to be short episodes, like no more than 7 to 8.
Yeah,
because
you run out of story.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think Voltron was 8 seasons.
Yeah.
And it was like, what, 8 episodes a season?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Very few episode count.
Right. And they came out every 6 months almost. So, but it's a good story though.
Right.
So,
and when you have a little bit of episodes, you can have a more concise story than when you just got to stretch it out and just have a bunch of filler episodes just to fill that episode quota.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that 100%. What else? Umbrella Academy was really good too.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing about that at all, and what I did was I watched it all the way through. I didn't like look at none of the a spoiler video or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did go after I finished watching. I did like watch those videos to get understanding, like better show I watched those videos to get a better understanding of the story. So I was really impressed with that.
So yeah, you're better than me. I am incapable of binge watching. I can't do it.
No, I don't watch it like in 1 or 2 days. Like I'll like maybe watch 2 episodes like in a week, and then like you gotta pace myself that way. Because when Daredevil came on, I watched that like 2 days, and I was like, oh my god, like I need it again.
I said no, yeah, I'm incapable of binge watching. I said I think the max amount of time I can devote to one thing is about 3 hours. Mm-hmm. So that's why if a movie's longer than 3 hours, I have a hard time watching it. So, and then 3 hours, and then maybe like 4 days later, I could do another 3 hours.
Yeah, I try not to get so engulfed in it because then I feel like I kind of get partially obsessed with it. Trying to find reading about the characters and going to the comics and reading about it and things like that. So I kind of like, all right, let me pace myself and do 2 episodes a week. You know, and then, come back. What else did I watch? Did you watch Trigger Warning?
Yeah, I did watch Trigger Warning.
I thought it was pretty good.
It upset me.
Why did it upset you?
Not because it was a bad show, but because it was too reality TV-like. So the idea of it being just raw and real, you lose that because we know how scripted reality TV is. And so, and in the back of my mind, all of these things that were occurring, I'm looking at it like, okay, how much of this is scripted?
Yeah, I get that, because especially the episode where he was doing his own little government.
Yeah.
That seemed like it was very, very,
very scripted.
But I think he has some good premises, some good talking points about certain things, like the buying black. Trying to buy on black only. Yeah, I thought it was a very good premise because it shows you how far the black dollar really goes.
Right.
So I like that episode. I like the Coca-Cola one. I can't think. I haven't seen it. I've seen it already, but I can't think of the other episodes on top of my head.
So yeah, I think I like the one when he started his own super group.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, it wasn't a bad show, but it's like that inkling in the back of my head, like, okay, how much of this is just fucking scripted? Yeah. Just kept really interfering with my enjoyment of it.
Yeah, I think he has some good ideas though. He is I like his point of view on things.
Oh yeah. I do agree with Killer Mike politically on a lot of things. Mm. So, and he, very intelligent, very informed individual. So yeah, listening to him talk and then watching the show was, I'll say it was a real treat. But in the back of my head, it's like, okay, how much of this is scripted?
Right. We gotta understand this is just a form of entertainment. So
right.
It's kind of like putting the food and the medicine in the food. So, the food and medicine. What's the saying?
It's the medicine in the food.
Yeah, the medicine in the food. So, I think it'll come back for season 2. So hopefully,
right. Like I said, it wasn't a bad show. That last episode though was fucking terrible, but
yeah, that definitely was some scripted stuff.
Yeah, super reality TV show type shit.
Absolutely, and we got blame. I think Paris Hilton and Nikki. Remember that show?
Nicole Richie?
Yeah, Nicole Richie. Yeah, that's what the Simple Life, Sweet Life, what it was called. That whole reality, that whole
the Simple Life,
the
yeah.
Simple Life. That seemed like they kicked off all that reality TV show shit.
I mean, Real World was running way before that stuff.
But Real World was not like that though.
Hey.
Real World was real people.
No, yeah, Real World didn't have any celebrities.
True. So celebrities doing reality TV was like a gold mine. Still is a gold mine because people tune into it. Well, you don't know, but you don't watch Love and Hip Hop.
No,
but that's been going on for like almost 10 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
I don't
think was I?
Read the book.
You're probably right.
So, because I remember watching it when it first came on, I was into it. After a while, I was like, I can't believe how popular and famous people got. And it's based off, them trying to start their careers in music somehow. But a lot of it just didn't flourish.
No.
So, it's just it made good for TV. A lot of people tune into it. They're very popular, especially with tie that with social media. More recipe for success.
Yeah, I guess as an individual who doesn't really watch much in the way of television, yeah, and I definitely hate reality shows. I remember at one point in time, I was dating a girl who loved like that type of stuff. Was it Love and Hip Hop? I don't know. It was some.
It had to be Love and Hip Hop. That's probably the most popular reality show besides the Kardashians.
Yeah,
so you ain't like that. You had to like the Kardashians.
Because it was when I was living on Liberty Heights with you. So no, it might not have been Love and Hip Hop, but it was some, because that was more than 10 years ago. But it was some reality TV show. And she's like, "Oh, let's watch that." I'm like, "Oh my God." And I had to just fucking bear it for like 40 minutes. So yeah, no, not super into that stuff.
Yeah. What else did I watch? Oh, the Dave Chappelle special.
Yeah, I just watched that the other day.
Yeah, I watched that too. That was really, really funny.
It definitely was funny.
Juicy Smollett?
Yeah.
The famous French actor? Juicy Smollett?
Juicy Smollett. So yeah. It was definitely hilarious. It wasn't as funny as special, but Dave still got it.
Oh yeah. Like what I guess what would you rank his special?
I mean, for me, Killing Them Softly will always be his funniest. But this one, Sticks and Stones, it was definitely up there. But Killing Them Softly, hands down his best one.
Yeah, that was a funny ass nigga there.
Yeah. Like I said, he definitely still got it.
Yeah. And I think when you look at his more recent specials on Netflix, it's a lot of art to it. Him telling the joke and him building up to it and him performing and everything like that. Like it's a lot of art to it that I think I noticed in other specials before and pay attention to as much as his.
Right.
So
I mean, he is a king of his craft.
Yeah, he is. He very much so is. So I don't think he lost a step. And I think we can go back and forth with comments like, oh, he's not this funny or that, and all this and everything. But I think he's been consistent. I think him taking a break from TV,
right?
And
going, really jumping headfirst back into the stand up,
right. And just kind of taking a break and then doing it in small increments and things like that. So I think it really helped him because I think I look at Kevin Hart. I don't think he's lost a step either. I think he's just going. Because he got that spot right now. Yeah.
I think maybe like the problem. I don't have a problem with Kevin Hart because I do find quite a bit of his specials funny. Is that he's everywhere.
Yeah.
So it loses the allure and the luster that it had when he was first on the scene and then he was first start really blowing up. But now that he's everywhere, it's not as grandiose.
It's almost like it's almost too much of a good thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So his last special put out on Netflix, I thought it was funny. It got like a good review.
No, I haven't seen that one.
So, but I know like when he came out with Laughing My Pain, everybody was telling me all the jokes, and I laughed at them because they were funny, of course. But then when I saw it, I didn't laugh because I'm like, I heard everything.
Right.
So that's probably the one I would say I didn't out of his specials. I probably liked the least. Seriously, funny to me is. That's great to me.
Oh yeah,
one of his best ones, and probably one of the best stand specials out there in the last 10 years, I think. So, what else you been watching?
You know me, I don't really watch much television, so I don't.
I gotta tell you about certain. I be telling you to watch and catch up on things.
Right. So I think the one thing that I'm waiting to come back on that I'm really super excited about is The Expanse.
Was that Netflix?
No, it was on Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi canceled it, and then Amazon picked it up.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, it's a great sci-fi space exploration show.
I'll check that out. I like sci-fi stuff. I'm looking forward to Superstore coming back.
Oh yeah, I do love that show.
I like Superstore a lot. Well, what else?
The Good Place. If you haven't watched it, you got to watch The Good Place.
I heard that's really funny.
It is extremely fucking funny.
Okay, I'll check that out. Have you watched a Black Lady sketch show?
I have been checking it out.
All right, that's a good show.
It is fucking hilarious. And another sketch show that is really hilarious is Alternatino.
That is funny. He is hilarious. I've been watching a lot of clips.
Arturo Castro. Yeah,
he's funny.
Fucking hilarious.
What about you ain't like Southside?
No. You don't even watch Southside.
I don't. I tried.
I knew after the first episode, I was like, I'm not gonna watch this.
I try to support black.
Say try to support our people. You know what? If they did better, then I would, at least in that comedy sense. But I guess maybe it was just like too on the nose for black comedy, and then I got the air quotes black comedy.
Yeah. It's okay. I don't know if it's going to second season or not.
I doubt it.
Because Black Lady Sketch got second season.
It should.
Yeah, so good for them. You watch Insecure?
I saw like a few episodes, but I just really couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, like I saw the first episode. I thought it was fucking hilarious, and then like I think I watched the second, and then I just kind of lost track of it, and then I watched another episode, and it's like, and I just really didn't get into it.
I think it's a good show. I like seeing just the premise of a young black woman trying to figure out her way through a 5+ year relationship.
Yeah, because I'm a young black woman who does that often.
Oh, you know. When are you gonna tell me this?
I just told you and everybody else.
So I think it's just better. I like seeing us not us as women, but just us on TV better, because it seems like every story you can think of for the white person been told. So
yeah. I mean, and different representation of our culture is always welcomed.
Diversity. So, but yeah, that's another thing I'm looking forward to. Insecure, coming back. Superstore, Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that's coming back too. They filming the 3rd and the 4th seasons back to back, so it won't be no long ass wait.
That episode with the visible car, funny as hell.
Donald Glover doing his goddamn thing.
Yeah, he doing movies and everything, and executive producing. The episode he did with Cat Williams got Cat an Emmy. Oh, I mean, it was a great episode. It was. Alligator Man. Very good episode. So, I guess that's it. If I was like, TV, we'll talk about, I have an episode dedicated like black TV shows and black media representation later on down the line. So if there's any shows that you think that we should check out and do a review on, or any movies that you just know are great and that we're going to enjoy, or we would hate, leave a comment, let me know. Except for you, Joseph. Oh yeah. Your opinion doesn't matter. We don't trust your judgment of our Fall Home is crap. You're crap, sir. All right, so that's our show for today. As always, you can check us out on YouTube, hit us up on our Gmail, listen to us on your SoundCloud, on your Spotify, on your Google Music Play, and on your iTunes. Peace out. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Thank you for listening. Peace out. Man, that was a mouthful.